Alright guys, good afternoon everybody. My name is Favor and welcome to my YouTube channel, Dr. Resco. Today we'll be looking at biology and the topic we are going to be considering is excretory system. Now there are a lot of systems in the human body which help to make life easy, help us in carrying out gaseous exchange, help us in taking off waste from the body, help us in coordination and movement. Today, the system we're looking at, which is the excretory system, is solely responsible for the removal of wastes, which, when accumulated, becomes toxic, becomes harmful to the human body. So this is what the excretory system is all about. It's a system that removes waste product of metabolism from the body. Now, unlike what is known as ingestion, so it is important to know the difference between excretion and ingestion. Okay, excretion versus ingestion. Now, while excretion removes waste product of metabolism from the body, ingestion does not talk about product of metabolism. It's just talking about the removal of solid waste or solid matter from the body, which are not byproduct of metabolism. Now, why do we have, or how do we come about having this product in our body in the first place? When we consume food, it is not all the portions of the food that are taken that are being assimilated for nutrients. So, the portion of food which is not assimilated, which does not give us nutrients, is therefore removed from the body. After being formed, there are several means whereby it is removed from the body. So that is for excretion. But for ingestion, these are not products of metabolism in the first place. And one key example of a product that is removed, which is an ingestion product, is feces. A common germ question. While for excretion, there are both of them. There is CO2, there is carbon dioxide, there is urine, there is salt, there is urea, etc. etc. So this is the difference between excretion and ingestion. Now, when we're talking about the system in biology, there's something known as organization of life. So we have from below, we have macromolecules, we have organelles, we have cells, we have tissues, and we have what? Organ, then system, then a complete organism. So what I'm trying to point out is that a system is formed by different organs. So when we're talking about the excretory system, we are trying to say, or we are saying in essence, that there are different organs that come together to form this excretory system. Taking, for example, the human being, which is a mammal, the excretory system comprises organs like the kidney that gets rid of urea and urine. The skin is the largest organ in the human body, which removes salt and water from the body. Then the second largest organ, which is the liver, that removes bile. Then we have the lung. All these are the excretory organs that form the excretory system. So, what is the purpose or the essence of excretion? These products are waste products. They are toxic. They are harmful. And when they are left to accumulate, how could occur? How is the essence for getting rid of them? You could imagine a situation where you've not been able to have a good bowel movement for some days. You've not gone to see the toilet. How is it? So that is one of the presentations of not having these substances removed as of when they should be removed. So the essence of excretory system is one, to get rid of waste. Two, to maintain a state of homeostasis. Like for example, if there is a balance between salt and water, which is the work of the kidney. Alright, so that's the essence of excretion. Then let's now see the excretory organs of some excretory structures or organs of some selected organisms. So we take the first one here, an organism which talks like the protozoa. Protozoa. An example of the protozoa is the amoeba. Amoeba. What does the amoeba use for excretion? It uses its contractile vacuum. Contractile vacuum. contractile vacuum. That is what the amoeba uses to carry out the excretion. Okay? Another organism there is the annelid or the annelida. A good example is the earthworm. Okay? The earthworm is an annelid which uses the nephridia. Nephridia, singular nephridium, to carry out the process of excretion. The next organism here are the flatworms, the platyhelminths, the flatworms, otherwise called the platyhelminths. And a good example on that list we have the tapeworm, like tape. Okay, so we have the tapeworm. Okay, this tapeworm uses, now look at the key, a shortcut. Flat, F, flatworm, flame cell, F. They use their flame cells to get rid of waste. Then also we have the insects. Insects use their tubules. They use their Malpighian tubules. Okay? Then we have plants. Plants, I should have talked about plant last. Plant actually has two things. It has the lenticel and it has the stomata. Lenticels, stomata are found more in the stem and stomata more in the roots. Okay, very important. We also have the amphibians. A good amphibians, example of an amphibian, we have the frog. It's an amphibian. Organisms that, they are on land, they are on water. It's the amphibian. It uses its kidney. They have kidneys, okay? They have a pair of kidneys. The reptilia, the reptile. Like the, example of reptile is lizard. Good. Lizard is a cold-blooded animal which uses the kidney also for excretion. Then we have mammals. Okay, and this is where you come into place. So let me put you. What is your name? That's my name. So they use, now we mammals, we have the kidney. Apart from the kidney, we have the lung. I'm so particular about mammals, but that's where we belong. We should know ourselves very well. We have the skin, like I mentioned before now, and we have the liver. You keep it, yeah. So these are the excretory organs in man, in human beings. Alright, so you should be able to know these organs. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There are also other examples. We should know them. We should also have the crustaceans. The crustaceans, very important. The crustaceans. The crustaceans. Crustaceans. This one, they use a gland called the green gland. Okay? Green gland for excretion. Alright, so these are some organisms and the structures with which they carry out excretion. Now, let's now go into looking at how excretion, some of these products which are excreted. I would like to start from the plants. So plants, what are the major wastes from the plants? We have things like tannins. 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 We have gums. We have carbon dioxide. We have oxygen. We have also some alkaloids. We have latex. We have water. All these are excretory products of plants. Okay? Now let us discuss this one extensively. How is water lost from plants? Water is lost from plants in two ways. One, we have guttation. Guttation, and secondly, we have transpiration. Transpiration. These are two key ways from which water is lost from plants. Okay, so water lost from plants via guttation is actually in form of droplets. Whereas water lost from plants via transpiration is in form of gas. Okay, it's in the gaseous form. Okay, can form gaseous form or vapor. Alright, that is one difference between guttation and transpiration. Secondly, guttation occurs at the early hours of the day and at night. Meanwhile, transpiration occurs usually in the day, early hours, early morning and night, but guttation here occurs at night. Then, how is this water loss via vapor occurring? It is occurring through these structures, the lenticel, and the stomata. Okay? The lenticels and the stomata. Stomata are simply pores. All these are pores that are found in the roots, while these are found in the stem. So from these places, water in form of vapor could be lost. But when it comes to guttation, the water is lost as droplets via hydatodes. These are also pores. H-Y-D-A, then toads, D-O-T-H-O-D-E-S. Hydatodes. This is how water is lost from plants in the form of droplets through the guttation process. So that is basically for plants. Then let's see how humans get rid of their waste. Most importantly, how we get rid of urine. Urine, which consists of urea, water, and the rest, and some salts. Okay? But it is not only this that we excrete, we also excrete carbon dioxide and sweat. Okay? For carbon dioxide, after you've taken oxygen and the oxygen has done what it has to do, what it's giving off at the end of the day, in exchange, that oxygen that is being inhaled is carbon dioxide and is gotten rid of from the body through the lungs. The lungs is the organ through which carbon dioxide is removed from the body. Okay? Therefore, sweat, sodium chloride or salt, it is via our skin. I said the skin is the largest organ, second to the liver. The liver is the largest internal organ in the human body. And what the liver gives off is bile. Okay? How do we get bile? The red blood cell of human body is made up of a pigment called an oxygen-carrying pigment called hemoglobin. And hemoglobin is made up of two components, heme and the globin structure. So after about an approximate period of 120 days, that's about 4 months, the red blood cell has completed its cycle, its lifespan, and hence it is degraded, is broken down by the spleen. And after being broken down, what happens is that this is red blood cell broken down to form heme plus globin. Hemoglobin is made up of what? Heme and globin. The heme part will further be broken down to form biliverdin. Biliverdin again is broken down to form bilirubin. Then bilirubin will undergo several processes such as conjugation, glucuronidation. Alright? Glue, well, it's not really for, you don't need it for O-level exams, but for the purpose of knowing, let me write it there. Glucuronidation. But I don't really advise that you take it to heart. Alright? As you study further, you get to see it. It's a reaction that occurs in the liver. Alright? That is what you should know for now. And through this process, the bilirubin is changed into monoglucuronide, diglucuronide, and at the end of the day, the whole process, we have bile. Okay? So let us say there are different stages and the bile is formed. So this is how bile is the end product, the waste product gotten from the liver. So let's move on. Let's discuss the kidney, because the kidney is vested with the responsibility of maintaining a water balance. So when there is excess water intake, kind of water toxicity, the kidney regulates the body's water and salts by excreting more water. And when there is less water, like in a state of water deprivation, like when you are in a desert or you are fasting or there is no water to drink, so your body has to conserve the little water it has. And how does it do so? It does so by retaining more water and excreting concentrated urine. So how is all this going to work? It is by a special structure called the nephron. But I don't want to hurry into the nephron. Let's see the kidney holistically. That we see the structure called the nephron. The kidney, the human has a pair of kidneys. I don't say two pairs, say a pair of kidneys. Alright, one on the right, one on the left. And they are at approximate size of like the clenched fists, something like this for an adult kidney. And the color is reddish brown or reddish, dark red or reddish brown. Okay? They are located in the posterior abdominal wall. The posterior abdominal wall. That's where they are located. And take note that the right kidney is a bit lower than the left kidney. The right kidney is lower than the left kidney. So, on a gross structure, on looking at the kidney has two parts. Alright? This is the cut section of the kidney. The outer part, called the cortex, and the inner part, called the medulla. Whatever is associated with the kidney is called renal. So, the outer cortex, I can call it the renal cortex, and the inner medulla, I can call it the renal medulla. So, an outer cortex and the medulla. What are the things we see in the medulla? You will see some triangular or pyramidal structures like this, like pyramid, with medullary rays. There are many. All these are the medullary rays. All these are found inside the medulla. So if there's one medullary pyramid here, another one here, there's a space between them, this space. They are called the renal colon. Okay? Which are found here. So this is a colon. This is a colon here. This is a pyramid. Several pyramids, the colons, they are all embedded in the medulla. And they are all ensheathed by the cortex that wraps them up. So, what happens is that when the urine is formed, it goes through like this, enters the minor calyx, enters the major calyx, then the renal pelvis. Then subsequently it gets to the ureter, where it's voided via the urethra, that is after passing through the bladder. Don't worry, we'll take the steps sequentially. Alright, so this is the kidney. Just as the cell is a functional and a structural unit of life, the structural and the functional unit of the kidney is the nephron. That is what maintains the integrity and the function of the kidneys. They are called the nephron. There are many of them. The nephron. So, How there are millions or billions of nephrons. How are these nephrons? This is a typical diagram of a nephron. The nephron consists of several parts, such as the bone mass capsule, the proximal convoluted tubule, the loop of Henry or the Henry's loop, the distal convoluted tubule, the collecting tubule, and the collecting duct. All these are the parts of the nephron. So, how is urine formed? We're now going to be looking at the process of urine formation that is taking place in the kidney. So, urine formation. How is urine formed? Urine formation occurs in three processes. One is called ultrafiltration. Two is selective reabsorption. That is reabsorption. Some molecules or some important constituents are being taken back. And the third one is secretion. So let's discuss them one after the other. For ultrafiltration, now the heart is a sole pumper of the body. It takes blood to the kidneys, and the blood is then filtered. Whatever that is not good is removed from the body. And I said earlier that renal means something related to the kidney. So the arteries carry blood away from the heart. The artery supplying the kidney with oxygenated blood is called the renal artery. And then the vein taking blood from the kidney are called the renal vein. That's one. Then secondly, the kidney is one of the places where a capillary begins and ends with an artery. Normally we have that from the heart. This is the heart. This is an artery. From an artery we get arterioles. From an arteriole, then we get capillary. From the capillary we get venous. From the venous we get vein. Okay, then we now later get bigger vein. Okay, vena cava. Alright, but this is just enough. So which means when you look at the capillary, on one end of the capillary we should have an arteriole, which is the arterial end. Then on the venous end, we should have the venule, which is a small vein. But it is not like that in the nephron. In the nephron, it is supplied by an afferent arteriole and it is drained by an efferent arteriole. Together they make up the glomerulus, which is actually a capillary-like structure that helps in the formation or the filtration of the urine. So, at an approximate number of 1/4, that is 1/4, that should be 25% of the total blood pumped by the heart is supplied to the kidneys. When the blood gets to the kidney, through the renal artery, it passes through different structures and becomes the afferent arterioles that supplies the glomerulus. So the glomerulus is actually a tuft or a bundle, tuft, or a group of arterioles embedded within the bone mass capsule. So there are just many here, which is the kind of the capillary. So from this capillary structure, it is being drained off the efferent arterioles. So all these are the glomerulus. The glomerulus is inside the bone mass capsule. This is the bone mass capsule. It is a cup-shaped structure. It is something like this, like a cup. At this end, we have the proximal convoluted tubule. So this is the glomerulus, somewhere around here, supplied by the afferent arterioles and later drained by the efferent arteriole. This is what we have here. So as the blood comes in here, the blood is now here. So it is being filtered. And the filters are so tiny. They have a very small pore, slits. They are slit-like in nature, very small. That they only filter particles that are very minute, very small, and larger molecules or particles are not filtered because they not pass that pore. So because what we finally pass before are so small, we call those filtrates ultrafiltrates. So the name is derived from the fact that it filters to an extent that only small particles can find their way through, unless there's a damage to the nephron. That's when particles that are big in size and they not find their way through. So ultrafiltration occurs in the Bowman's capsule. This is where it occurs. From ultrafiltration, we now have the filtrate form, which is the ultrafiltrate, that now enters the Bowman's capsule, finds its way into the proximal convoluted tubule. From here, it goes to the loop of Henle. Before the loop of Henle, there's a descending loop, then there's an ascending loop that takes it to the distal convoluted tubule, and then the collecting tubule, the collecting duct, then it finds its way to the pelvis. So this is the pelvis now. So when you find it to the pelvis, on the pelvis it becomes the ureter. From ureter, it enters the urinary bladder. From the urinary bladder, it enters the urethra. So remember, ureter comes before urethra. Okay, that is very important. So this is just how blood, or rather urine, is being formed through 3 processes. Now, what is selective reabsorption? Along the process of the urine flow through this tube-like structure, this tubule, there are some substances that might be needed by the body. So those ones will now be withdrawn, taken back selectively. Hence, in the selective reabsorption, they are being reabsorbed back to the body. And it occurs where? In the tubule. Also, the secretion also occurs in the tubule. So both 2 and 3 occur here, while ultrafiltration occurs in the Bowman's capsule. So, what are the things that will be reabsorbed? We have things like sodium chloride, which will be reabsorbed from the descending limb, from the proximal convoluted tubule, and from the ascending limb. Then we could also have water also being reabsorbed at these points. But when it comes to the distal convoluted tubule and the collecting tube, distal convoluted ducts and the collecting tubule, they are usually not permeable to water. So the only reason or the only way that water can be reabsorbed from the distal convoluted tubule and collecting duct is when ADH is secreted, antidiuretic hormone. It causes water to be reabsorbed from the distal convoluted tubule and then the collecting ducts. So when the water is reabsorbed, it now makes the body to conserve water. So ADH is only secreted when there is water loss in the body. So you need to conserve the little you have. So this is coming out from there, the hypothalamus. That is where ADH is secreted and is stored in the posterior pituitary until the need arises where it will be released to go and act on the DCT and collecting tubule, causing water to be reabsorbed. Because before now, these areas were impermeable to water, allowing no form of water to pass through them. Alright, so let me just make a sketch of how the whole process occurs, because it is one of the things you should expect in your JAM, WAEC, and NECO. So we have glomerulus, or yes, glomerulus, then followed by the proximal convoluted tubule, followed by the Henle's loop, followed by the distal convoluted tubule. Then that is followed by the collecting tubule. collecting tubule that is in turn followed by collecting tubule, followed by the collecting duct. Collecting duct. So this is the process that will be the root or the sequence of events from glomerulus, proximal convoluted tubule, loop of Henle, distal convoluted tubule, collecting tubule, and then the collecting duct. If you still want to go further, it will now get to the. So there are different collecting tubule that will enter the duct. This is one, and this is one. So when they enter the collecting duct, it will now get to the medulla from where it enters it. Minor calyx, major calyx, renal pelvis, ureter, bladder, and then finally the urethra. That is the last place in the passes through. So this is basically how urine is formed. Thank you for watching my channel. I remain Favor. Please help me by subscribing if you like the video, and also share this video with your friends and loved ones. Thank you. Stay with me for more videos.